So starting off with what we had last week, where we finished last week, you just defended the capital against the incursion of what you found out to be ex-party members for the most part, and people you fought in the tournament. And there was a big kerfuffle, and you had a god backing you up the entire time, and it still nearly went sideways. And they have just run off. And long story short, you lost 2 allies because apparently they decided to go with. You have no idea how that ended. Probably not well. Considering.
Oh, that's right. They teleported away, and yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Yeah. And less than 6 seconds afterwards, you just watch the echo pop out of existence. Basically, they all ported out, and you're like, huh. And then the echo went, punk. And you're like, And that's where we're picking it up. I assume someone has healed. I will assume someone has healed Raymond, or at least stabilized him.
I think. Did I not do that last?
Yeah, you did.
You did?
I think you did.
Wait, hang on.
Let's just say you had There you go, 9 healing.
Yeah, like the last thing before people left was like
wrong sheet.
9 healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all the attacks afterwards, the Orphan Obliterator, that's the hit that took Trent down as he tried to run away and got attack of opportunities.
Yeah.
He had 11 hit points when that hit him.
Yeah.
We also discovered Bailey had been doing Kef wrong.
Yeah?
When he used those card draws, he was only supposed to give one of the 2 effects. Either the bowl, etc., or the healing / damage. Not both.
Oh, well.
Also, I learned Kef was supposed to have way many more spells.
Bailey was working off an outdated book.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd updated, but I didn't think they changed a lot. Turns out they changed more than I thought.
But yes. That has all been resolved, and long story short, Bailey's introducing a new character. So, with all of that going, Raymond is actually up and conscious, so I will remove the X mark from him.
Who's left? Me, Pete, Raymond, Rusty, Dog.
Yeah. That is all that's there. And you're all beat up to varying extents. I forget how damaged some of you are. Raymond is obviously on 9 hit points.
Yep.
I'm on a whopping 77.
Fair. Yeah, I will point out that fight sort of ended halfway through because of certain people getting targeted. Like, the enemy team had 2 people on nearly full health. I don't believe Billiam had been hit, or had only been hit like once.
Yeah, we were like, kill the demigod.
It was a very much case of the 2 big frontline people beat the crap out of each other, and then one went, this isn't going my way. Boop!
Pulled a stride.
Pretty much. So that fight could have gone longer, which thankfully it didn't, because it was 12:30.
I was going to say, my pet has nearly as much fucking health as I do.
Yeah, that'll happen. But it's nowhere near as combat survivable.
Yeah, no.
Right. What do?
Yeah. So while you're all doing this, a minute or 2 later, while you're regathering yourself, a bunch of guards come stomping out of this big portcullis-ed gate. Which, ignore the fact that it's all spiky and bones, this was the only portcullis map I could find that was decent. Surprise, surprise, it's supposed to be like a demon fortress or some shit.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Trying to find, a gate map that is not either photorealistic and looks like just copy-pasted Unity assets, or, got an entire castle attached and is, 100 by 100 map is a nightmare. I'm I didn't need that or that. Or the other good one I had was an Oriental castle, which didn't make sense. They sort of march out. Oh my god, what happened here? You, pointing to, we're gonna go with Raymond, because he's on the stairs. What happened here?
What was that?
What happened here?
I'm not entirely sure. I just joined up with this group and then basically got curb stomped.
They turn, they wander up, and at this point they see the rest of you, and they look at. We're gonna go with who looks the least threatening. Thaltaxian is fully shrouded at this point again.
Okay.
They're gonna look at Crystal, who looks the least threatening out of this motley crew after Raymond.
The Crystal Man, the dog, or the two robots?
Well,
Or the monkey guy.
Big angry dragon robot, a spiky crystal robot with glaring eyes, a dog, or Crystal Man that's carrying holy symbols. We'll go with the Crystal Man carrying holy symbols. Saw you fight in the tournament. What? Can you explain what happened here? We see a lot of our people dead, and we heard sounds of a fight.
Yeah, the people who did this teleported away and took two of our party with them.
Do you know what they were up to?
I believe
we were assaulted on multiple fronts.
I believe political assassination was their motive.
Dalsaxian said something. Oh, not that.
What's his name?
Althan said something about the prince not being worthy of the throne.
That does make sense of what we heard some of the other groups saying.
There was some of the other people from the tournament with him, and they said they were going to overthrow the kingdom or something like that.
We thank you for your assistance. Is there anywhere we can find you if need be in the next few days? We need to go and shore up defenses and then make our next course of attention.
We'll be at tavern that has a name that I remember.
Insert the tavern that we've been using for 2 months that no one can remember the name of.
Broken something?
Bull.
Yeah, broken something. I really need to write that in the actual notes.
That'd be good.
I'm like, I record all this so I can remember, but we mentioned it like once a session.
Broken something, broken ox maybe.
Yes, we'll reach out to you there. For the meantime, take this, and he hands you a silver medallion.
Does it have anything on it?
It basically has the current royal symbol on it. It's you'd be aware that this is a token of favor. Basically, it shows that you have earned favor with the guard or the royal family to some extent. This is effectively a get out of jail free card for most things,
I'm definitely going to need that.
Or like a way to effectively get into the palace.
Yeah. I put that in my video game pocket. The one that's just behind my back.
Yeah. At that point, the man claps his heels together, spins, and the 5 of them march back through the gates, which promptly slam. The portcullis slams, and then you hear the creak of the heavy oaken doors closing. And you can see the portcullis has several deep slashes and dents where the previous party was trying to break in. And there are multiple scorch marks on the heavy oaken door that you had not noticed before.
I feel like someone's going to need a mop.
Yeah.
I think a mop, more than a mop, is required.
Or a very dedicated court wizard with prestidigitation.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there pressure washers in ye olden times?
Yeah, they're called wizards.
True.
Or clerics high enough to cast Tidal Wave, apparently.
Isn't a crystal decanter also valuable in that situation to set the fire?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, decanter of endless water.
That's it.
Waterfall. Pressure washer. Yeah, pretty much.
I guess at that point I turned to Thaltaxian.
Two glowing eyes under a hood just tilts back.
Take a knee, be like, "Thank you for your assistance, Lord. I fear we may not have survived without you."
Given what you were fighting, possibly not. It does not appear he has come into his full powers yet. Which means he will just get stronger. I fear he may be... This is a case of the longer we leave it, the stronger he'll get, but you'll also need time to prepare. It is the weighing of two acts.
Do you have any deific allies, perhaps?
I will be consulting with the other primal deities and my own followers to try and figure out what our next steps will be. The problem is moving too openly could cause a major incident. We don't know the extent of his abilities at current.
Well, as you know, I am ever your servant, Lord.
Yes, and with what, I believe you may even be my champion in this particular crusade.
You honor me, Lord.
It is an honor I do not wish to bestow, but I must. This was something we were hoping to never deal with. I just realized a canonical fuck up in my own campaign.
Why? What have you done?
I believe Thaltaxian appeared to you before the Crystal Gate was busted.
But yeah, as a deity.
Yeah, no, I believe he appeared before you, before the actual Primal Gate was shattered, when he was supposed to be sealed on the other side. But that's what happens when you build your lore on the go.
No,
Oh,
I was going to say, I think the only time he appeared in person was after the gate.
Yeah.
I think he had a message sent
Either
before
way,
Yeah, I
that.
had like. Yeah.
Either which way. I have to go back and rewatch the old stuff, but meh, regardless, he looks at you.
Do you have any requests of me, Lord?
For now, get stronger. Follow on what you've been doing. I will reach out once I know more.
I will redouble my efforts, Lord.
I cannot send you after where they have gone, because sending you to where they are now would be a death sentence, as I feel he has most likely gone to his home plane, where he will be stronger than he was here, and possibly already completely rejuvenated. So you will need to search out items of power, strong allies, strengthen yourself. I will send word in the coming days with some instructions of places to go and look for powerful items that may assist you. I will need to go and track down locations and consult my archives. What?
Is there any message that I can give to your followers if I come across a church?
What was that?
Is there any message or sermon I could give to your followers if I come across a church?
For now, leave them to believe as they were. We do not want to cause a widespread panic or religious war. All spreading the information of this attack would do is spread more unease and create more imbalance, which may force their hand earlier than we are ready. We do not know what his end game is, but if he is talking about restoring the balance as he was, causing any further imbalance may force his hand earlier.
Good luck with your negotiations, Lord.
Yes, and good luck with your quest to become stronger. I will be in touch soon. Boop.
Just whoop, 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 whoop. Gonna have to get like a necklace that says champion on it.
I'll have to check if you're able to
Turn to Omega. What now?
Not Omega, but Rusty. Oh wait, no. You mean? Are you talking?
Oh, fucking Epsilon.
That's Peter. Yeah, this is the problem when we have multiple NPCs using bloody.
Too many fucking Greek alphabet.
Yeah.
We wait to hear from the Crown. I'm guessing they will reward us for stopping this. I don't know. This is a bit beyond what I've done before. My normal routine is hit a thing, make it die.
Just kind of look around at the palace grounds. I was like, yeah, that happens a lot.
Small jangle, and Rusty hooksies flail to his side.
Well,
this is quite the mess. I've not seen this much blood in a long time.
Yeah. Damn flesh bags. Well, newcomers to the party. Um, anyone have any preferences on what to do now? Rest and recuperate.
Rest and
Yeah,
recuperate
that
is likely
sounds
the best.
good.
Much as our friend here has said, like, we might want to wait for any potential notification from the Crown or that message that our skeletal friend said he was going to reach out to you.
That skeletal friend is the Lord of the Balance, the God of Death.
Ah. Interesting. I will have to have a conversation with him at one point.
Or you could have a conversation with me. I am his champion.
Yes, well, I doubt you're the one I can talk to about the processes of reviving a dead god.
Yeah, I don't know if we could be too keen on that.
As he just tucks his flail aside. I just went, like, Prince is just bouncing around in circles. Fun, 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 as he's splashing in puddles of blood.
That is one deranged dog.
I believe it's less deranged, more a dog.
Okay, is this dog colorblind?
Yes.
Prince, that's not water.
Splash, 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 splash.
Yeah, those are blood puddles.
I'm not drinking it. Splash, 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 splash.
Yeah, no, but you're covered in it.
He just
I
sort
was
of
gonna say, did you see the way he ate earlier? I don't think blood is a problem.
He just
Yeah, no,
turns,
but he's gonna be tracking it all over the fucking city.
tilts head. Ah. Do.
Rest.
Prestidigitation. Clean.
Yeah, don't do it again.
Oh. I'd like to point out, just for the sake of explaining his RP, he has 6 wisdom.
Ah,
Because he is very, very smart, but he's a golden retriever, so applied knowledge is not their thing.
he's book smart, not street smart.
Pretty much.
Which I'm pretty much-
someone who had a golden retriever, they're like, this is a road, I have to stop and look left and right, and then lay in the middle of the road because it's warm.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of the opposite. I have a 20 in wisdom and a 12 in intelligence.
Yeah.
Alright, to the tavern. Away!
You'll
We also have to replace 2 fucking party members.
You go to the tavern. Upon getting to said tavern, going back to it, you do make note that Prince runs upstairs and then comes back down, like, quickly, just with a small, like, bite out of their front paw that they're just shaking off.
What happened there?
I was away too long. He didn't
From
like
what?
it. My familiar
what?
friend. He gets hungry sometimes.
Why don't you bring it with you?
He was asleep.
So?
We left in a hurry.
You don't have pockets? So you don't have opposable thumbs.
Technically, yes, he does have pockets. He doesn't like riding in pockets.
Right.
I go
What-
get.
what-
He runs upstairs, comes back down, and he is followed by legitimately. Boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boo.
Let's zoom in.
Is that a mini Tarask?
What is that?
Sleep. I don't want to hear that later on again.
A baby Tarask.
It is called an Equestus. It is effectively the tiny cousin to the Tarask.
Yeah, okay.
Oh fuck.
Huh.
Same book as your ones, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's bitey and aggressive and doesn't like listening. And
Yeah,
very, very
okay.
hungry. It's technically classified as tiny dragon.
Yeah.
So it's about the size of it's probably the size of a Jack Spaniel / like medium to large cat.
With many teeth.
Yes.
And spines.
Yes.
I'm glad I don't have fleshy bits.
Yeah. He just puts it down. It just runs headlong into a chair, and the chair just shatters.
That's
Mending.
terrifying.
He good friend.
I would hope so.
Also, James, I'm
Hey,
good to
Wizard,
make that
I have-
changeover now.
What was that?
I'm good to make that changeover now.
Okay, yeah. Wizard, I needed familiar. Wizards have familiars. I found him. I made him familiar. We had arguments to begin with.
Okay.
Just starts
I-
gnawing on a chair leg.
How did
Question
you
that-
survive the arguments?
I question the wisdom of this strategy, but yeah, whatever.
How I survive? I am good wizard.
The goodest.
Right.
Also cookies. If something's trying to eat you, offer it food. Then you're not the eating target.
Well, I'm gonna go into sentry mode. Because I don't think we really have anything else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you can all take a long rest, fully heal up, etc., etc. Assuming you all, assuming you all like sleep in for the most part. We'll say
As much as I can.
we'll say like 9 o'clock in the morning for the 2 party members that sleep currently.
The dog and the monkey, yep.
Yeah. Before you're awoke, basically wake up, gather up, and then decide on your next course of actions. Again, you're in a tavern. You don't have to like take watch or anything, or at least you used to assume. Then the town got attacked, but you assume it's not going to get attacked twice in one night.
Hey, be back.
Uh-huh.
So, I guess we're still waiting for word from the capital.
Yeah, they said sometime in the next couple of days.
So, I think the most pressing concern currently is that 2 of our people just blinked out of existence.
Yeah. Did that text didn't give any clues to where they went?
A different
Other-
plane where Althan is his home plane. So I will mourn them briefly.
Yeah.
Right. Does that mean Althan is a god?
I believe demigod is.
Celestial in some respect, basically, is what you can gather. They are
Yeah.
extra planar to use.
I got a feeling he's on his way to godhood.
To use a
Right.
D&D 3.5 turn, extra planar.
Well, he seems to give Thaltaxian the heebie-jeebies. So,
I will point
I mean,
out he did temporarily manage to banish a god.
yeah. Temporary, it was 6 seconds.
Technically less so, because it was Althan's turn to Thaltaxians, which was
Yeah.
like a quarter of the initiative.
So, yeah, I say we should replace at least one of the missing people.
That would probably be a good idea. Yeah.
Where'd that gunslinger go?
It seems a lot of the previous adventurers have either cleared out of town or possibly not survived the fight last night. You did notice walking through, there was blood in most of the streets. Some buildings were on fire. Tree branches were broken. It looks as if at least fights had broken out across the majority of the city to some extent. Which does track with the fact that you did see Ral fighting last night. Basically, a group of indistinct creatures from the distance you were at.
Yeah, I remember that. So we should probably ask around. Is there like a fighters guild or an adventurers guild or something?
There's the Hunters Guild.
There is the Hunters Guild, and the closest thing to a Fighters Guild is there is effectively a. I think the easiest thing would be a Fighters Guild at the Colosseum normally. It's effectively an arena registry where where once a month there is effectively you can fight a monster for potential fame and money.
Mm-hmm. What we got? We got a cleric.
Plus they send you off for other stuff.
Yeah. A cleric. I think Raymond's a monk.
Raymond is a monk.
There's a sword sage hybrid. Got a martyr and a wizard.
So you've got frontline tank, you've got arcane, you've got healing, and you've got 2 DPSs.
Oh, I don't know that Pete's much of a tank. He doesn't have damage resistance anymore, does he?
I classified Rusty as a tank.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I classified the guy with 100 and something hit points that can refresh his hit points twice a tank.
Okay. That is true.
Yeah. I get my damage resistance back next level.
They are working out. The party is currently working out what they have and what they might want to go look at for party members. You got most of your bases covered.
I'm the only healing, aren't I?
Yes.
The big thing we're missing is stealth.
You're missing someone fairly dexterous. Raymond is okay though.
We don't have any like long range, like a ranger or a gunslinger or something like that.
Yeah, you're missing non-magical range. But again, Raymond also, if he picks up a bow, is okay at it. He just doesn't get to use most of his special features. He can shoot a bow decently because he has decent dex.
I got +5, so
yeah.
Jesus,
And technically proficiency in a short bow, so 61, 80.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing stopped me from picking one up, so
yeah. I don't know. What do we want? Do we want more arcane, more clericy, more range, another tank?
As I said, we need long distance. I mean, I've recently taught my own familiar how to fire at long distance, but that's about it.
Do we only want one more companion? Or do we want to replace both of the missing ones?
For now, a single should do.
So I could hit up the Church of Thaltaxian for a pally, maybe. That's healing and DPS.
Nah. As I said, we mainly need those that can hit from far and those that are good with the more dexterous adventures than us.
I was in trouble.
He's refusing to go to sleep. He's been a little bit of a prick all day.
Yeah. Righto, if you want to hit up the Hunters Guild, because you've been there before, I think, over memory serves.
Yes. I can go there and put out a call.
So that all we're looking for is dexterity? All ranges.
We'll see what pops up.
Righto.
So I guess
I'll ask the tavern owner to keep an eye out for anyone looking for adventures. And or work.
so I'll go to the guild and put out a notice basically seeking a new party member for
while you're at the guild,
champions.
You're basically talking about this. There's a couple of figures mulling around. There is the guy you're talking about putting up. After everything last night, a lot of people have skipped town. I think we've only got one guy registered the guild outside of yourself still in town. Most people have picked up quick jobs to get out of town before something else happens. And he's over there practicing some of his abilities. At which point, if you turn around on the other side of the room, not exactly far from the things, but I'd say mid-range, 30-ish feet from the targets, there is a figure like launching bolts of water, striking targets.
Like, if I had eyebrows, that would be raised, but I don't, so it's like,
Yeah, he's been looking for some work ever since just before the tournaments. He rocked in like the day after signing, missed it, apparently got waylaid by that mysterious lake that popped up that nobody knows where it came from.
We do.
Yeah, but when we were there, it was still a swamp.
Well, yeah, swamp lake extension. Wetlands.
I'll go over to him. Or to them. I was going to say, I'll stand quietly for a little bit, watching them practice a little bit. Then after about probably 5 minutes or so, I will say, that's some interesting and unique abilities you have there. I hear you've been looking for some work.
Yeah, I have. Got waylaid from that mysterious lake that showed up.
What?
So I
It's
missed the
Bailey's
tournament.
You're
character.
about the third person that's mentioned a lake appearing. Where is this lake? It must have appeared after we came through.
All because of us.
Shush.
I'm not there.
The lake's not that important. More annoyed that I missed being able to fight in the damn Grand Melee this year.
Well, how would you like a chance to fight with the champions?
You're a champion of the Grand Melee?
Yes.
He says sounding
He says
doubtful.
He says incredulously to the giant dragon robot.
Yes, the team I am part of won the Grand Malay.
Well, some of us. It's just me and you at this point.
Shush.
Fair enough.
Though after said Grand Malay, winning the championship, a few of our members have left us for various reasons. One's opened up a fighting school. One's gone travelling. Actually, two of them went travelling. Shush, we don't know that.
If that's what you call that's what you call it.
Yeah, traveling to another form of existence.
Yes. So currently we're recruiting more people to join us, if you're interested.
Well, I have nothing better to do for the moment.
Well,
Well, I'm got some shopping around town to do, but if you wish to come join us, meet at the Broken Ox, I think it is. The famous tavern with the fighting pit in it.
For people's reference.
Yeah.
this guy looks pretty holy. I take it someone got the Avatar book.
Yeah.
We've had the Avatar book for ages. The one that's been kickstarted is actually not for a 5e system.
Oh no! Oh, it's its own system, isn't it?
Yeah, it's based off it's based off like something closer to like Dungeon World. We've had the Lancer book in the homebrew folder for a while.
I think I have looked through that briefly.
It looks fun. I don't play enough characters to have warranted it, and I've always needed to play tank or something.
The only downside I have with the book is I can't copy and paste everything, so I've had to write everything by hand.
I hate that. I did that when I did the binder. It was so bad.
Yeah, it's a problem. It depends on like what they use. Like a lot of the self-published stuff for like GM's Guild and stuff, whatever that does to the PDFs, it removes the copy-paste functions. It's why I try to find stuff on GM Binder as much as I can because it's copy-pastable. It's the same thing with a couple of the things from like the Dungeons and Doggos book. Half the stuff in there isn't copy pastable. You can highlight it, but it's like define this word. You can't copy it. I'm like, yeah. That's more annoying than not being able to select it at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if you're selecting it, you're counting in this text. Why will you not copy?
You get that kind of false hope.
But yeah.
Yes.
I like that the first thing Pete does every time is introduce himself. Oh, wait.
Hey, if it needs saying. Well, before I depart, and you can free to join me, I guess we should exchange names. I seem to have a habit of not mentioning that.
Smooth. So smooth.
You may call me Epsilon. And for yourself?
Oh, well, Epsilon, I'm Typhoon.
Typhoon. As in
Yes.
the mighty storm.
Yep.
You thought my name was unoriginal.
You're more than welcome to shorten it to Ty. Most people do.
I don't think that will be a problem.
It's called Foon.
Yes. I was going to say you can stay here practicing, or you're welcome to join me back at the tavern. Meet the rest of the party.
I will probably see you back at the tavern. I have a few things to attend to first before I can go off doing random stuff. I couldn't think of the word.
Shenanigans.
I shall see you then later. I go back to the party to tell them I've found someone that'll be joining us later.
Do they fulfill any of the requirements that we were looking for? No.
They seem to be in mid-range combat.
Were they a mandatory recruitment? Because that's our other party member? Yes.
I will point out, I gave
We shall see
Bailey,
what
I
skills
gave
they
Bailey the
have.
option.
Worst comes to worst, we can say we've found someone else.
I will point out, I gave Bailey the option to make multiple characters. This was the one he ended up making. I'm like, yeah, this should be fine, so long as they don't go specifically looking for, say, long range.
Funny thing is, what is it? My base elemental strike is 60 to 120, and I've got sharpshooter.
So
Nice.
it's 120 range. So for the most part, that constitutes as long range.
Yeah.
Also, James, I
Yes,
sent you a
Pete,
message on...
You're fine to use the variant. So yeah,
Sweet.
I wasn't sure if you had that, and I couldn't remember your range off the top of the head, which is why I put you 30 feet from the dummy. So I'm like, I know for a fact 30 feet is going to be within your range.
He can fucking hit it, okay? That's the important part.
So
Yep.
yeah, 120 he qualifies for your like long range requirement.
And I also qualify for your dex requirement as well.
What about the healing requirement?
We
To
don't
do
need
that-
more. We have 2 healers.
We have one, don't we?
Rusty's a healer.
Is he?
Yeah, he has the
I
ability.
thought he could only heal himself.
No, he can't heal him. He can heal himself through
Oh.
hit dice. He can't cast these healing spells on himself.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the thing was he just didn't cast last time because he was too busy hitting things. Because the thing is,
yeah.
when he only has Cure Wounds, which is touch, and he's nowhere near his teammates, he couldn't cast it. So he was like, flail, ho!
That may have had something to do with me washing them off a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And him just switching on Terminator mode.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't want to be only run one healer. That's never a good idea.
You know, he does
No.
he does have the ability to cast a couple of healing spells. To a limited capacity.
So does
He's
Typhoon.
got
He has one as well.
He has a little bit more healing capacity than, say, a paladin.
Yeah.
Typhoon has basic healing capacity, as in, you're not going to die on me healing capacity.
So I've got lots of that.
He can heal for a D8 up at 30 feet.
That's actually
Yeah,
fairly
my-
decent most of the time.
My 5th level spell is Mass Cure Wounds.
There.
Glorious.
I'm the cleric. I have to take it.
You don't have to.
It'd be stupid not to. I'm the dedicated support caster.
You definitely are now.
Yeah.
There's no other one to do it.
Right. Shall we time lapse, or do we have shopping to do? Because we all got a shitload of money now.
That's the thing. If people want to do some shopping or look for anything, we can do that now, or we can skip forwards.
I want to get.
How much is a shitload of money? I've only got 510.
Well, you got 1,000
also-
gold.
You would have
You weren't in the tournament.
You would have 1,000 gold on top of that. His money was based on what you had before the tournament.
Yeah.
So you,
But he wasn't in the tournament.
no, so he'll have 1,000, but he also had less than you guys before he was even marked.
Yeah.
He was set to a base 3,000 gold, I believe. Where like several of your party members had like 3,500. New people coming in aren't given 100% what the party was, but he was told like his stuff might bump up a little bit post tournament, depending, because he was statted up for money before tournament stuff.
Yeah.
He was supposed to join at the start of said tournaments. So yeah, Raymond, you'd have 1,200. You'd have like 1,500.
I've got
Right.
14.
How much would a magic bow cost me?
A magic bow depends what effect you're looking for. Just magic.
Could always go magic quiver.
Probably wants to avoid magic quiver because magic quiver is still limited arrows. Because most magic quivers don't actually magic the arrows; they just magic the amount of shit they can hold.
Yeah, like the quiver of Alana.
Yeah, that just holds a butt ton of stuff. Magic arrows individually is a slippery slope because while they don't break, he might only have 5 magic shots. If he can magic the bow, depending on the effect he's looking for, that magics everything being shot.
+1 bow.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy 2 300 gold diamonds.
Easy enough, you can source those through the church.
Yeah.
Being a cleric of the church, you go, I need these for specifically this spell, and they're like,
Yeah.
It'll set you back 700 for the 2 300 gold diamonds.
Curses.
Because there is that slight markup for the church having to make money. It's considered a quote-unquote donation to the church. And they're like, it's less than you'd be charged to get a diamond of this value through a jeweler who would probably charge you 400 plus.
What if I spend 300 gold on a 100 gold diamond?
No, the diamond must have a value of at least 300 gold.
Oh, I got 2 of them now.
Yes. You got 2 for 700. They basically charge you 350 per diamond.
Yeah.
So,
I can't
Raymond,
think of-
what sort of effect are you looking for on this bow? Just basic magic, or do you want to try and push for a slightly better effect? Because that'll depend on how much this will charge you.
I was going to say, are there any fancy shields that I can buy?
I got a fancy shield.
Yeah, that shield's for you.
Fancy
Yeah.
shields that you can buy. How much money have you got?
1,400.
Probably
None.
not better than your +1.
Okay, you asked that right as I put a spoonful of food in my mouth.
Fair. But yeah, for a magic shield much better than your +1? Not really, because most shields generally have pretty nasty effects to them. There's very few uncommon shields.
Yeah.
Outside of like a +1. Like the closest you could probably get would be like, outside of a +1 would be like the effectively summonable buckler, like fold down shield, which doesn't do you any good.
Nah, that doesn't.
No, you're after something like a dancing shield, etc., which is 2,500, 3,000 plus, if there's even one in town. Reason I'm asking about what sort of effects people are looking for is because then it would depend on where you're potentially going for said effects and who might be able to apply them. Like a basic +1, in theory, if there's an artificer in town, they could potentially make one. Anything more than that, it would depend on what you're looking for and if there's the relevant type of wizard in town.
Yeah, because the other thing is I'd want an updated gun lance, but that's not going to happen cheap.
No.
What does Prince have identify?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, he does.
How much would it cost for a scroll of identify?
About 100 gold.
Which have I got?
You should still have about 700 left.
Got 700 left. Yeah.
Uh,
I might get 2 scrolls of identify if I can.
Yeah, that's easy enough. They're fairly easy to find.
I
Identify
can just get the
identify
get
goes
the-
for a decent amount because it's under fairly high demand.
Yeah.
You just want those just in case.
yeah.
Fair. So Raymond, what sort of effect are you looking for your bow?
Well, I was just mainly thinking damage because, well, range and magical to get past any resistance.
You can probably pick up a basic +1 for. Roll me just a charisma check.
Charisma.
Because we'll go for like we're gonna cut out you trying to barter here.
Yeah.
We'll say about 900.
Well, I can afford that.
Yeah.
And it'll give me something.
Basic +1 is somewhere between 900 to 1100, 900 to 1000, depending on what's there. Because you're currently coming in with the backing of the champions, and people are like, yeah, kind of need money to fix the front half of my shop that's missing. They're selling things a little bit cheaper at the moment.
And I can just use the short bow, right?
I know you can use the short bow. I don't know if you can use the long bow with the new weapon features. Because I don't know if you can use... I know you can learn specific weapons for monk, but I think because you can't learn something with the heavy property, that stops you learning the long bow.
Alright, so just short bow then.
Yes. Which is a D6?
1d6 plus 5.
What is your unarmed strike?
My unarmed strike?
Yeah.
Yeah, at this level, I think.
Monk unarmed is 1d6 plus 5 still.
Okay.
I'm level 8.
So you should be level 9.
I need to go up a level then.
If that goes to 1d8, put your short bow up to 1d8 because you can make it a monk weapon.
Yeah, not level 89.
No.
57 proficiency.
Pretty much. Okay, what do I get at monk? Level 9.
Oh.
I got unarmed movement improvement. I am speedy.
Yeah, he doesn't move up to a d8 till 11th level.
Oh.
Now, how fast did that make me?
That's not a speed increase.
Oh, wait, that's that wall thing, so I hadn't leveled up even though I'd used it.
Yeah, move along vertical surfaces and across liquid.
So I hadn't leveled myself up. I'd read it, but hadn't leveled myself. Okay.
See, you can now run on water.
On water?
Yep. Run across
As long
as
along
you don't
vertical
stop.
surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move, so long as you don't stop.
Whilst using a dash action?
No,
Anytime.
it's as normal. Use the dash action and step
That's
of the wind.
90 foot.
And you're... Yeah.
Yeah.
You can cross half of a lake.
And if I... The monks get action surge?
No.
No.
No,
Oh.
damn.
You do have Step of the Wind, though, which is 1 key point, bonus action, dash.
Step of the wind.
Yeah, it's a part of your basic monk arsenal. Down
It's
in...
not in my list.
It'll be listed under your key features. Same with Flurry of Blows and Patient Defense. Step of the Wind, spend 1 key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn.
So what, that's 180 foot?
No. No, because it would be... It's 40, 90, 130, because it's not doubling again. Dash adds your base speed.
Oh, in that case, it's 135.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, monks go zoom. Then you add Tabaxi on top of that, and you'd have 270 movement.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, no.
That's right. Typhoon's fast in the water. I can't remember how fast though.
Yeah, no. Monks go zoom. Problem is, there's no feature for like I run 270 feet and then punch him. But
Please add
if
1
a
point of
monk
damage
needs-
for every 10 feet traveled.
If a monk needs to GTFO out of a fight, the monk chooses to, sorry guys, poof. And the party just watches the hat spin there and then fall like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Right through the upper image.
Yeah.
How much would I don't know, 20 arrows cost?
Bugger all.
Because
Yeah,
I'll need
electricity will
arrows
work.
with my bow. Okay.
I hand you 10 arrows and a walloping arrow.
Yeah.
What's a walloping arrow?
It's a single-use DC 12 knock 'em prone.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 arrows.
Plus 1 walloping.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1 walloping.
That's what I'm doing now. Walloping arrow.
See, so
DC
surprisingly,
12.
I'm
knock
going
it.
to point out something. 270 feet sounds insane in D&D. That's the Tabaxi monk at current.
Oh, yeah.
270 feet.
Yeah, 270 feet in a turn in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Isn't even Olympic record sprints yet.
Wait, really?
270 feet in 6 seconds is only
It's
80,
90 meter.
is only 82 meters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
And the world record is like
You're saying Bolt?
100 meters, yes. 100 meters in about 5 seconds.
not 100% sure, but yeah. 100-meter world record is not the progression. World record for the 100-meter race is 9.5 seconds.
It's pretty close.
So, given the fact that it would probably take you, probably about 9 seconds, it's probably right on 270 feet. Is probably right on par with like world record sprints.
Can you exceed that?
Yes.
Haste.
what?
With ease. Yeah, I was going to say haste.
Haste.
Aren't there like boosts of haste or something?
No.
No?
They're not official.
There are actually, I think that might be good. But haste adds like 30 feet to your base speed, so that would effectively give you another 90 feet on top of that. 120 with it being Tabaxi, so that's 390 feet. Right there, you're at like.
And that'd
6
be
seconds.
225 for this guy.
Yeah. And then you've got
Well, okay then.
you've got more progress as you level up as well. Plus, there is people who would go like, would take 2 levels in fighter. They take 2 levels in barbarian. They take
Action surge.
action surge. Take a couple levels in take 3 levels in barbarian to get extra movement
Faster
through
movement.
barbarian.
Yeah, it's the gear or something.
Yeah, and you can stack it up, and like people are like, I think you can push like 500 or 1,000 feet in a turn or something.
You also take rogue and get dash as a bonus action. Or the monks already get that.
Doesn't stack with monk, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because they both use a bonus action.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. Let's go to the toilet.
Yeah, no
Yep,
problem.
all good.
So,
Oh, if you didn't say I was delayed by a lake, I was gonna say I arrived in on a boat and got delayed by a storm
Yeah.
earlier in my travel.
Yeah.
Damn you, James.
Oh, haste would make it even faster because I forget haste adds another action that can be used to dash as well. So haste would have another dash on top of that for like another
Oh, God.
75 movement. Yeah, no, like it is possible if you. Speed is one of those things. If you want to dedicate all your crap to it, you can crank it ridiculously high, like AC, like saves, like certain specific skill checks.
Well, I'm trying to think, is there any, like, weapon that would be worth me getting at the moment? I was like, not really.
and monks don't go for armor, do we?
No,
No.
you specifically can't use armor or shields.
But I could get like a magical robe or something, right?
Braces of protection, ring of protection, cloak of protection.
Yeah, there are magic items that increase your AC. The best bet is like braces of defense, but they are like 3+ grand in my campaign because they're a +2 AC.
I'm a saving
superior.
because I don't buy much stuff.
Cloak of defense, ring of defense would probably be around 1,500. just because they're I'm going to say they're about half of a braces of defense because they're about half the benefit. They might be closer to 2 grand because they're usable by everyone, where braces of defense have the limitation that you can't be wearing armor.
Okay. How much would a vial of poison cost? Because I got 10 darts. I may as well poison them.
I think basic vial of poison is 50 gold.
And
Yeah.
what does the poison do?
It's like a save.
Not much.
It's like a save for a little bit of damage in the poison condition. Nobody has ever really used the basic poison in my campaigns.
Because basic poison is not worth it.
Okay, better poison.
Better poison gets expensive.
Go find a grung. They have some pretty good poison.
Okay, so I have some poisons listed here. How much are you willing to spend?
I got 410.
Yeah, how much are you willing to spend? I have poisons here that go up to 2,000.
I'd like to keep at least 50 gold for, sundry expenses.
So 300 and less.
360 at most.
Yeah, so there is Essence of Ether, DC 15 con save, or become poisoned for 8 hours. The poisoned creature is unconscious, wakes up if it takes damage, or another creature spends an action to shake it. That is an inhaled poison, so you can't apply it to your darts. Essence of Ether. That is straight up chloroform.
I can get a tiny glass ampule and attach it to the dart or something.
No.
So the first injury one, which you could apply to your darts, is Serpent's Venom. Creatures are subject to this poison must succeed a DC 11 con save or take 3d6 poison damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful. I forget how many doses these count as for darts, though. That's 200 gold. There is also Drow Poison, base cost of 200.
Oh, that's nasty.
Creature poison must succeed a DC save 13 or be poisoned for an hour. The saving throw fails by 5 or more. They are also unconscious while poisoned this way. Wakes up if they take any damage or if another creature shakes them awake. Carrying Crawler Mucus. This is also a contact, so I'd count this being able to go on your darts or arrows. DC 13 con save for poisoned. This paralyzes themselves. They can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns. And then the rest of them are ingested until you get down to the basic poison, which is 100 gold. It's 50 for the poisonous kit, which is a DC 10, or they take a D4 damage.
What's the better poison, like, above what I've got? See if it's worth saving for.
Above what you've got? There is Oil of Taggart at 400. DC 13 con save, poison for 24 hours. Poison creature is unconscious. Wakes up if it takes damage. Not shaken awake.
So that's basically one step off a coma.
Pretty much. Then the next one is
Are you still shopping?
1200. He's looking at poisons.
Alright, screw it. What's the most expensive poison?
2000.
And that could be applied to the darts?
Yes.
What is it?
Purple worm poison. Very rare. Probably going to set you back a bit more in the actual campaign. DC 19 con save for 12d6 poison damage.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Half as much on successful
That's the shit
save.
you give to the rogue paladin combination that sneak attacks for it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, because those dice would not be multiplied because it's a saving throw. So they wouldn't they wouldn't multiply on a crit.
You said I'd have to spend more. How much more?
I don't know. It depends how rare I make it, because that is from Purple Worm, which is like a CR 9 or 10 monster. The rest of these are, like, with the exception of the Wyvern poison, are fairly created poisons or harvested from fairly low-level creatures, like Snake Venom is from Giant Poisonous Snake, which is like CR1. The poison worm, Purple Worm is like CR9 or CR10 and legitimately eats people. Because
Okay.
it's a huge.
Well, I don't really see me buying much stuff because, well, I've got my
None?
staff and everything like that. So, if I get to a bit over 2,000 gold and I remember, I might just look into buying that.
There is no way you're going to remember that.
No, probably not.
Calling it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Not having it ever.
Yeah, I also don't know. I'd have to look up the rules of how far a poison stretches on like darts or arrows as opposed to like a melee weapon.
I have an
I
idea.
don't know if it's 1-for-1. Yep.
I'm writing it on my sheet.
So it's
I feel
a
like if
weapon
you could
or
apply,
a piece of ammunition. So that's a single-use poison, by the way, for $2,000.
I feel like if you could apply a poison to a greatsword, you could do a couple of darts.
Yeah, the ruling says one weapon or one piece of ammunition. I think to stop things like that, you go and like, I'm going to apply this to a bunch of darts, then hand them to the rogue and have the rogue just solo the final boss.
Or like, you could dip a couple arrows in there or something.
Yeah, well, again, I think it's a balance purpose for like that last one on a sword. That's one 12d6 hit. If you dip that on say 5 darts, you then have the rogue go thunk 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 thunk, or like a dex fighter throw 5 of them in the first turn and go. There's 100. There's like 60 d6. Because the fighter sat there and went like action surge.
Fucking rapid fire darts.
Yeah.
To use Pete's favourite word. Anyway.
Yeah.
What are we doing now?
With everybody
Not much.
having done their
Shopping session.
with everyone having done their shopping, did you want to move out of town or did you want to mill around for the couple more days?
Well, aren't we waiting around to see if we're called to the capital for the castle?
Yeah, that's why I was asking, did you guys want to just leave regardless? Because
probably wait.
they're like, we'll reach out in a couple of days. You guys could have said, fuck it, we're leaving.
No. We wanted to stay around because, hopefully get paid.
Oh,
Hey, you never know. They might give us another magical item for helping prevent a coup.
Maybe they'll give us a purple worm poison.
couple of days down the track, you're all sort of just milling around the tavern / Mikey's probably doing work at the church. I don't know what the rest of you would be doing for downtime.
How long?
3 days.
Not enough time to do a hunt.
Here's the thing, you wouldn't know this. You don't know how long it's going to be. They said a couple of days. You probably wouldn't go out on a hunt regardless. The reason I said Mikey do it working at the church is because that's in town. That's something he walks like half an hour to do. So he'd do that regardless.
Yeah, I'd probably be over at the Hunters Guild doing minor work there.
Which means Raymond is the one met at the tavern by the guard.
Sounds good.
The guard walks in, sees you. You're one of the ones who helped defend the capital a couple of days ago against the incursion on the castle, yes?
Well, to the best of my ability, yes.
Raymond
Brilliant.
certainly bled a lot.
Well, I did do some damage, so...
He reaches down, he pulls out a small sack, shifts it a few times and places it on the table. That is for you and your companions. There is and he places a note beside it.
Okay.
Share that amongst your people when you shall. And he turns and just promptly leaves.
Thank you.
He brought us
So-
back the goose.
I pick up and read the note, I guess.
You open the note.
Fireball. Make a dex save.
Fireball to the face!
You joke. One of these days I am going to award something with Fireball, and Mikey has seen how that goes.
This is why, when I'm at Quest, I give James all my letters.
Yeah, and you saw how the bag went at Expedition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I killed
hate that bag.
3/4 of Braylong in 6 seconds.
It made me so
What?
angry.
I committed a
It-
war
it-
crime, Raymond.
How?
It made me so angry.
People opened my bag, and it basically fireballed everyone for 6 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I committed a war crime. I killed 80% of Braylong in 6 seconds. Because basically everyone was gathered there. And I'm like, this is why I've been telling you for months, don't touch my bag.
Yeah, one of the people who opened it wasn't me, so it still went boom.
No, technically the person who opened it was a Bloodstain member, but we're not getting into that. The Bloodstain got hold of my bag and decided to suicide bomb the town with it.
Okay. So, what does the note say?
Thank you, my champions, for your defense against the incursion upon the castle. This letter entitles you to free movement within the city walls. I have also included a small stipend to repay you for everything that has happened that I can spare at the moment. And I've also instructed the local libraries to allow you access to even the restricted sections were you to need it to help track down these insurrectionists.
Ooh, I like that.
If you look into the bag has... Give me a moment to do some math in my head.
And it also smell like cooking bacon.
12,
Aren't you supposed to go to a doctor when that happens?
120 platinum. So about 20 platinum per person.
And platinum's what, 10 gold or something?
Yes, it's 200 gold a head.
Nice.
Just add another 20 platinum.
What the fuck is that?
That was a cat bell.
Yeah, thought so.
Really? Your bell is that loud, you shit?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not so much the fact that it's loud, it's a high enough pitch that the microphone picks it up. Because it's something I've noticed with like Discord specifically. It's like it's volume or pitch to a certain level. If it considers an artificial pitch, it'll pick it up as well. And it's around this time, Mikey, that you hear in the back of your head, I have found a few items that may assist you.
Does that come with a map, or?
It comes with a longer message that I'm about to get to.
Right.
That was the opening of it, while I clear my throat because I'm about to monologue at you.
Oh, Expo.
Hey, Mikey.
Yeah?
You forgot to tell your lovely Thaltaxian that you already tried the dagger on Alpha and you need something stronger.
Did I?
You
Yes.
shanked him when he was unconscious after the explosion.
Isn't it? That was the session I wasn't here for.
And to be fair,
Technically,
Thaltaxian was actually told when... No, he wasn't told because he was giving you the dagger, you shanked him immediately after.
I was going to say, also,
it
wasn't Crystal that shanked him, it was Ral.
Yeah. I assume that would... Yeah, because that was the session Mikey wasn't here. I assume that would be passed on. Regardless, I have pinpointed a few items. Seemingly one for each of your traveling companions at current that would be able to assist. They are dotted around in old tombs and forgotten temples. They're items from back when the gate was forged. Yes, Peter, before you say anything, they're fucking basically weapons of vestiges of divergence, blah blah blah. I'm stealing that because they're basically legacy weapons. Fuck off.
I wasn't going to say anything.
It's you, Peter. You were going to make a comment eventually. Whenever I reference something and you're like, I know where that comes from, you open your mouth. So I was just beating you to the punch occasionally. At which point...
It makes James feel better, Peter. Just stay quiet.
Before you materializes a small map with several X's on it.
Cool.
As... He's like, I'm not just going to tell you where they are, because saying, under the third tree beside the mountain to the northwest is going to take you fucking days to find it. If you find it at all. So he has marked rough locations, and there is a separate piece of paper with descriptions upon the entrances written. There is a list of items written that I haven't got prepared yet. I will get that for next week.
Doesn't matter.
There is an item in each of these locations, and there is one aimed for each of you currently. As these items are powerful enough that you can't attune to more than one of them without risk of permanent injury. effectively, these are artifact level items.
Yeah.
Deus Ex
And-
Machina,
and-
someone tries to use them all.
And I'm going to rule that
I'm
you
survived.
can't try to attune to more than one of them without, because too much magical power, mojo, like party balance. You can't just load up Rusty with all the Marley relics and turn him into an Uber tank. Because I know one of you would at least try to do something like that on one of you.
Yeah.
Just get a wish spell and wish to be strong enough.
No, you're not allowed to have wish spells anymore.
I wonder why.
Broke a campaign.
To be fair, that was divine intervention. No, wish.
Not far off a wish.
Wish. The last time you used wish, you guys wasted it. To be fair,
Didn't he undo the morning?
no, that was when. Oh,
You know, I reset
that was
2 weeks
that
of
was
progress.
technical wish. No, I'm talking about when you actually had the genie lamp that had 3 wishes, and you guys wasted on
Oh, right.
wasted on mundane questions.
Oh,
Isn't
Yeah,
that
but I
like
would've
one
had
where
so
Trent
much
says we
fun.
wish not to waste your time?
no, that was Raymond. He goes, I
That
wish
was-
not to
that
waste
was
your
me.
time. Just fucked up.
No, we wish not to waste your time, and he went poop, and Raymond tried to turn Raymond into a warlock,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you guys killed the genie.
As we do.
Yeah. You do make note that there are 7 locations listed on the map.
7.
7.
How many of us are there?
6.
Are there? 1, 2. Well, the familiar gets 1 too. Alrighty. Well, I guess at some point I will head back to the tavern and show him the diagram.
Upon arriving
And-
back at the tavern, you do see Mr. Monkey Man with a bag of coins in front of him.
Yeah.
I've already taken my 20 out.
Yoink.
Just takes the rest.
You do realize that is to be shared.
No, I take my share. Curiosity, how does Prince spend money?
He
New spells?
He has Mage Hand.
Ah, that'll do it.
He has Mage Hand for writing in his spell book / opening doors and stuff. And money-wise, yes, mostly on new spells and reagents.
I'm gonna take a stab and say you don't have the map prepared.
No.
Well, I show everyone the map.
Are any of them to the south?
Oh, that's right. We have to kill a dragon, don't we?
We don't have to kill a dragon, we just got to start a forge.
Right. We are there.
Green circle.
Wait, and we have to go to a legion. Down there. Holy fuck.
Yeah, when
Oh,
I said I was
fuck, I may
born
have
in a
picked the wrong
mountain, I
character.
wasn't
Wrong one.
lying.
Yeah, you've got to go, like, Pete wants to go, like, an entire continent over. No, I have not actually chosen the locations for a lot of these items because I was still in the process of prepping that and I haven't decided how close I want some of them to be.
Oh, that's right.
So, like, they will be coming in, like, either you guys will be, like, on the way to one of them and we'll call the session early, or if you get a random encounter, we'll deal with that.
Yeah,
But you
well,
will arbitrarily head towards one of them and I will decide whichever one was the closest one.
we already decided we were going to do this thing for Pete
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, so
Um,
if there is one along the way, which there likely will be,
Well,
There-
I'm
there
going to
will-
say there's
there will
probably
likely
going to be a highway to this citadel here,
Yeah.
and then we could probably get passage on a boat.
There is
go.
probably one along like this middle stretch of mountains in the middle of the Elegian Empire.
Yeah,
So that you will probably be heading for that one. Because the passageway to here will probably go down to here and then across through this little gap here in the mountains.
yeah, fair enough.
Because again, I didn't want to put roads on here because
Yeah.
it would have looked like a mess putting roads everywhere.
Fucking mouse doesn't work. Pretty much like that.
Yeah, that's basically the roads you'll be taking currently. And yeah, somewhere along like these mountains will likely be the closest one, heading in the rough direction that you're heading in.
So I guess we gather our friends and, assuming we want to go, or the plan is to go to there and then try and get a boat to there, because that'll save some time.
Question: can we just take it all the way around the sea? It's much easier and much safer.
Well, how do you get to the sea?
Yeah,
I was going to say that is a land bridge up
That's a
north.
lake.
Corinth is a lake.
Oh, let's go right there through that little terrible little crossing.
Yes, you take boat up to there, and then what? You travel all the way down to here, and then catch another boat.
No, we could always go to there and then catch a boat. The only problem I'm seeing is shit. I'm playing Typhoon, and this is all desert. Well, I'll catch you next campaign.
I was going to say, I didn't think the Empire was desert.
Yeah.
No, it's desert.
How
Is
do you
it?
know?
Sister Jade came from there.
It is a good chunk of it is like it's less desert, more savanna.
Yeah. Sister Jade's from the Healing Coast, which is down here somewhere.
All I know is that's a fuck off big mountain that takes up like 90% of the single island.
Uh huh. Bigger mountain.
And all I remember is the forge is somewhere in the fucking middle of it.
Well, I feel like that's the easiest part.
Yeah, probably. Because we can always divert down the mountain range if needed to find the item, if there is one.
Yeah, because like if we go in the sea route, like we're going the wrong direction for a good chunk of it.
Hey, question.
Answer.
Does your wizard buddy have a teleportation circle?
No.
Do we trust his teleportation circle?
No, teleportation circle is also a 2 higher level spell.
Ah. Fair enough.
Also, these are along
teleportation
like
circle is a 5th level spell, but he only has like 1 5th level spell currently. Also, even if he did, he would most likely not know the runes for down there.
Yeah.
Well, unless I mean the
But didn't the library just give you better restricted access?
well the
Surely they'd
runes
have the
also for this city here there might be like a public use teleportation circle maybe.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
Well, if you've got a decent enough temple there, yours probably has one.
I don't know. Also, I think these are all going to be like well-maintained main roads because this would probably be a trade route.
It is effectively the trade routes, yes.
This is basically an interstate.
Long story short, he doesn't have teleport circles, so
Yeah.
I haven't decided whether or not the capital cities would have public teleportation circles regardless.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'm just pointing that out for Bailey
Yeah.
before like this becomes a sticking point.
Oh, no, it's alright, because the only reason I asked is because I remember Kef had it before I lost Kef. He had teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Before you lost Kef, before you gave Kef away.
The teleportation circle is a weird
I don't even
one
know
in
what
a lot
happened
of
to Kef,
campaigns because the DM has to realize the party is going to get it so they can set this stuff up in advance. If a wizard just gets it out of the blue, you're like, where has circles? Because like if you never plan on the party getting hold of them, you never think about where you're going to actually put them. Or how common they would be or how restrictive they would be.
So my vote is to go for this route if we're all agreed.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Because we may find something along the mountains anyway, or
Or in the sea.
will be diverted for plot reasons.
Yep.
A fallen tree in the path, and we can't possibly go over it.
No, you gotta get it right. It's a sleeping monster that does nothing but eat and sleep.
All right, you need the magic flute to wake it up.
Well, we're just around the corner and it's completely covered in spiderwebs, because fuck that shit.
So gather our companions and whatnot, and follow the yellow brick road.
Now that you said follow the yellow brick road, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful.
We're off to see the fucking forginess.
Yeah. So
We're gonna burn it all.
You've gathered everybody, and you're getting ready to go.
Make sure the flesh bags have enough food and water.
I have unlimited rations for 2 of them.
Awesome.
Which there are 2.
The dog and the monkey.
Prince does
Thai
buy
food?
a decent amount of food though, because he also has to feed his family.
Oh, and Tavern, yeah.
Also, I have created food and water.
Yeah.
Or have access to it.
How long does it take you to cast the create food and water part?
I think it's an action.
It's an action, I believe. It's an action or a minute.
Not long.
Depending if it's a ritual, it doesn't even cost him anything.
Also that. I don't have it prepared at the moment. Let me find it. Ugh.
It's not a ritual. It's a 3rd level spell, and it takes an action.
There you go, 6 seconds.
So it's not a ritual, which means he does have to have it prepared.
It's alright. Typhoon may need that in the desert, that's all.
I think I also have access to create water. Wish I could make it rain.
Yeah.
I was going to say, does Typhoon have a decanter of Angelus water?
He should.
Nope.
Yeah, I've got access to create or destroy water as well, so I can just make it rain.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing on with the story.
Yeah.
We're halfway through the evening.
Oh, it's only 10:30.
Yeah. No, it's because we actually started like just after 9 for once.
Mm.
Well, let's see what wacky shit we get for the
Encounters?
For reference, we're an hour and 22 minutes into the recording at 10:30. We started at 10 past 9 for once.
Oh wow.
And we even had a fucking shopping montage.
Yeah.
And character introduction later.
Yeah.
Who wants to roll the random
Mate.
encounter table?
You need to ask?
Damn it.
46.
Let me check my encounter table.
And
Tarak.
back comes Cursebreaker Ral's goose of many heads.
Not too good.
The Hydra Goose.
That can't be killed. And we don't even have access to that protection ball anymore. The resilient sphere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't just punt it down the road.
Hey, I still have 6 of those candies.
There's an elderly couple with a fruit cart.
Oh, God.
Walking along the road, you hear, "Ah, hey, you. I forget your name. You're a member of the Hunters Guild, aren't you?"
What?
"Yeah, you."
I look around for whoever's calling.
Jogs up. This bedraggled older man, human, white beard, wearing what for most of you looks like an eclectic set of armor. For Epsilon, it looks fairly common because it's made from monster bits.
Yep.
Oh, glad I caught someone. I'm having a bit of trouble with my current quandary. I could use a hand if you're available.
I'm sworn to aid.
Would your
What
friends
is
be
your
able to
query at
help?
the moment?
Because I'm already down 3 team members.
Well, this sounds awful.
I was going to say, I turn to Crystal, and typically these beasts have many parts of value.
Is it disrupting the balance?
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
These beasts hunt and maim innocent life willy-nilly.
Is it causing wanton destruction or is it killing to live?
Wanton destruction.
Alright, where
I
is it?
don't know. It depends on what the quarry is.
Give me a moment to double check this because I need to double check the appropriate CR because what was actually rolled, I'm not throwing it at you because you guys have already fought one.
So, is there not more than one in the planet?
Give me a second to check. It's not something that would be particularly common, and it wouldn't be common to this area.
Then wanton destruction would be a thing as it's staking out its claim of territory.
You know how I feel about wontons.
They're delicious, right?
Now I have to remember to use shit.
James currently scrolling through the Monster Hunter wiki.
Can't you? You don't know.
I was like, you've said it's Monster Hunter. I've deliberately closed the Monster Hunter books so I was looking for items. Well, seeing if there was any magical items or anything that the Guildwood might have that would be worth getting. Found a couple of interesting ones.
I feel like saying, let me know if you need some help with that part, James, but then it's like kind of cheating for myself
it's
anyway.
More, I just need to double check by challenge rating because I want to opt it out from what it was. Yay for trying to plan any random encounter on the fly and not murder the party. Do. Let's go with that. Let me just go make a token for it.
Shall we have some on-the-road banter to pass the time?
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, so what abilities do you have other than throwing water?
I can Let me find a way to make these sound not as interesting. I can whip someone with it. I can create discs of ice. I can heal someone with it. And I can drill with it.
Drill.
Yep.
So do you need a source of water to do this, or can you just pull water from the air?
No, I do require most of a source of water.
Do you have said water?
Check back with me later.
I will give you, like, if you're carrying, like,
I'm fairly certain there's like from out of a water skin counts, or at least
yeah, I was
one
going to
maneuver.
say,
I
I'll
think they
allow
say.
you to use out of a water skin, because that works in show. And I'm not going to sit here and say, like, no, you can't do that when that was functionality in the show, and effectively nerf your character by going, you're going somewhere without an immediate lake.
Oh no, I'm fairly certain when they talk about water laces, they do mention the fact that, like, oh yeah, they can draw from like out of water skins, and there's a feat that lets them draw out of plants as well.
Yeah.
I don't have that feat because typing it out. Instead, I effectively took the Warcaster for them.
No, okay.
Yep.
Boop, 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 boop. There. You rolled like the one thing I wasn't prepped for.
Do you want us to reroll for
Now
next
I'm
time?
halfway through prepping for it. No, now rerolling would be a giant annoyance.
All right, rolling now.
Now watch it be the fucking spider that paralyzed all of us last time.
Oh god.
The Nescrelia? No, they're not desert inhabitants. From
Yeah,
my
he
memory.
literally just said it's not in its natural habitat, if it is what we rolled.
No, we just said it wasn't really common there. It means it's still a chance of it showing up there occasionally.
Don't know. Oh, that's what I was meant to grab. Fuck, too late now.
What was it?
Oh, I have money now. I was going to go to the Hunters Guild and grab trank bombs and shit. Not even expecting this, just in general hunts, because they allow an extra carve.
Yeah, well, because you now know you're fighting something like that, I'm not going to let you to retcon that.
Yeah, I know. I kind of figured. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, had you been fighting like a normal monster, maybe.
This is going to be interesting. I did no combat testing for Typhoon.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yep. The entire idea came from the image.
Could be a short adventuring career for Foony.
It could be.
Poor Foon.
Uh, 41 by 57. Uploading a map now.
You just told me to re-roll it as soon as it come up.
Yeah, but it seems like a fun encounter.
Okay.
That's the thing. It seems fun.
I was going to say my fighting style will come in handy.
Oh.
Being a warden, I now have a second fighting style.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't pick up protection again, and the other two weren't worth it, so I grabbed Titan fighting. If I'm fighting something larger than me by one size category or more, I gain a +2 to attack.
Nice. It's alright. I've
It
got
was
a
either
fighting
that,
style.
Great Weapon Master,
lacing.
or something else that wasn't worth taking.
Fair enough. Typhoon's fighting style specifically comes from the lacing. It's combat harmony. An enemy does not pose disadvantage on him when he does his elemental strike. All forms.
Nice.
The map is taking its own sweet time to upload.
Typhoon also gets 2 reactions per round.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That is actually nice.
And for a key point, he can pull another reaction whenever an ally is targeted with melee weapon within 5 feet of him.
There. Come on. Only downside with trying to upload these maps at the last minute, like sometimes they take ages to upload. Because they drag their feet.
That is a question.
There we go. Chunk. Zoom. Thunk.
Oh, there's a railway here.
Put
Neat.
yourself on the top of the map.
It's a huge map.
So did they tell us what we were facing?
Yeah, give me a moment. Big fly green fucker.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, they show up in the desert. Not gonna lie.
Quickly need to grab a token for Mr. Jobby guy here.
I suppose that does depend, though, which big fly green fucker you're referring to.
The big fly green one.
There's more than one.
Oh, the fucker.
That'll work.
See if 3D print failed. My God, it's still going. James, did you see my solution to buying two?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did see that.
Turns out when you buy 3 kilos of filament from 3D Phillies, it's just one roll.
Yeah.
Was not expecting that.
Yes, I'm awake.
Just waiting for the token to upload now. Which can go into which will be going into GM layer. Whoop. What was that message?
Where is Duggo and Rusty?
Coming.
Give him a minute.
Oh, good.
Seeing someone roll an initiative. Oh no, I did do hit points for Typhoon.
Well, that is good. You kind of need them for this next part.
No, I couldn't remember whether I'd done 8 levels or 9.
Cool, that's loaded. What size did I need for that? Yep, that big. Which the right layer. And nasty. Where was that? I need to move it out of that folder. Whoop. And then out to there. Okie dokie. So, actually somewhat ready now. Oops. I'm also getting pinged on Facebook repeatedly.
It's not me.
No, it's Webster. That was a private initiative roll, Bailey.
Oh, shit, is that still set to GM?
People have already begun rolling their initiatives, so I have to make sure I delete up until the right initiatives. 19, 12, 13, 15. So it did roll properly, so that's good at least. There. Yeah, we'll just do initiatives now for the sake of it, because everything else has already been done. Yeah, that tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just rolled the monsters initiative. It tracks.
Either stupid high or stupid low. One of the two.
Come on, stop popping up supper. Let me.
I'm still not sure what green fly thing he's referring to yet.
We will find out soon enough.
When it swoops down and takes someone's head.
Yeah. So you all arrive. You all arrive, and yeah, in the middle of the train tracks is a massive explosion mark where it has been blown to pieces. There does not appear to be any creatures here currently.
Well, that narrows it down.
I was going to say, I look to the gentleman that got our attention and go, is that explosion your handiwork or its?
That would be mine. It was making a nest on the tracks, and I got a little bit. The other guys got a little bit overzealous with the powder bombs.
I'd say so.
Yeah, kind of happens when you set the things up. It notices, and as it flies off, somebody decides to set them off regardless. Instead of it taking a portion of the blast, it just blew the tracks completely to pieces.
I was going to say, did you catch it? But that says it all.
No, it promptly then killed 3 of the other hunters.
Right.
It was merciless.
Most of the things we hunt are.
Yes, I don't know where it is about at the moment either.
Don't know. Everybody keep an eye out.
I shall use my passive of 23 to see what happens.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea.
I'm surprised you're not omnipotent like a god yet.
No, that's when he hits 30. I mean, I'll do an active perception check. I was going to say, stick close to the wall for now, if we're going to go in.
FIFA 11, you don't see it.
What about 23?
Not currently.
Can we get any more information about this thing's capabilities?
It flies, and I sure hope several of you are at least resistant to poison.
Is it like a dragon, or what is it?
It breathes fire, and it flies. I guess you can call it one.
And has what? Poison spit, poison claws.
Poison tail. It should be enough for two, if not three of you to figure out what it is.
I already know what it is exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey's the only one. Mikey's the only one who hasn't played the game series.
I've never played a Monster Hunter game.
Can I give a description of it?
No, because it's about to swoop in and attack the person who hired you.
Glorious.
As he's saying this, you see. It's
Yes, one of those.
Yes.
Rathian!
It swoops in and it makes its multi-attack.
And takes the guy's head off.
It makes 2 attacks, 1 bite and 1 with its stinger. No, it uses its talons because it uses those in place of its bite while flying. That hits, and the stinger also hits.
What fucking spells do I have?
So he takes.
Got to cure poison.
I would like to say yes.
So he takes.
Is lesser restoration
He needs
fixed?
to make a con save, which he rolls a 3 on, so he does not make that. Oh yeah, so he had dead.
Yeah.
Like dead?
Like he just took 18d6 dead.
As I said, took his fucking head off.
No, I think he just got impaled.
He just took 18d6 plus 8.
And what level is he?
We will never know.
I mean, I could spare the dying on him. He could live. Unless he's dead.
He just took 75.
Unless he's a wizard.
He is unconscious. He is poisoned.
I can do that at 30 feet.
Yeah.
So we'll now move to initiative, which basically it flies out, hits that, and it flies up 10 feet. I'm going to sort the initiatives. Surprise, surprise! It's I have to check. I think it's actually second. Yes, it is. It's actually second after Prince because he has a higher base dexterity score.
Fireball! Although I think the thing that breathes fire may be resistant to fire.
Probably.
He's going to look at it and go, "Oh, that's not good. It eated friend, or tried to eat it friend."
Is his familiar here?
No, he's familiar. He's currently unsummoned because it's slower than the average party walking speed.
Alright.
It's only 25 foot. So he currently has it unsummoned. It's also not 100% designed for combat. Not yet. I haven't worked out if it's trained up enough or not. He's going to start off with a lightning bolt at 3rd level because there was fire mentioned, so he's not going to use fire. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw of 17. That's
Jesus.
a natural 19, so it takes half damage. /R 8d6.
Use that.
So it takes 16 damage. And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We can assume the constitution of a fucking dragon's gonna be pretty high, hey?
Yeah, then it's its turn, and it's going to go
Unfortunately.
flap, flap, flap. Look at the monkey, crystal, and typhoon and go, huh, fireball.
Fireball? Fuck off.
Fireball is its special attack. It's not the same damage as fireball.
Oh, okay.
Make a
but
dexterity
dexterity?
saving throw.
I hate those things.
I like them.
Oh, fuck. Do I spontaneously have Shield Master?
Wait. Oh, ouch. My boost is higher than you rolled.
So Raven's the only one who makes it.
Is that Save for half.
It's safe for half, so you take none.
Evasion.
Evasion's fun.
So the
I'm
others
beginning
of
to
you,
like that.
the others of you take 12d6 fire damage.
Mm.
Ow!
Take 47 fire damage,
Mm.
Mikey
Fuck.
and Bailey.
Holy shit!
Although that's all it gets to do for its action.
It needs to do.
And it also needs to roll dice every turn to get that back. It doesn't just get that back automatically.
That's just over
Love
half
how
my
it-
hit points.
That's well and truly over half my hit points.
So that ends its turn.
Supposed to
That
be good
makes
at
it-
deck saves.
That makes it Rusty's turn, who goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just for just fucking banish it.
It's 10 feet up, so he is able to just swing at it, because he's 7 foot plus 2.5, plus like 2 foot of arm, plus a foot of flail. He can hit it. Or at least try to hit it. He's not going to use Torment, because he's going to assume this thing has enough health. He is going to just swing at it twice and see how this goes. The 21 hits, the 17 misses.
Fuck.
I believe the 17 misses. The 17 hits. So they both hit. For 14 damage. He did not roll... He rolled a 3 and a 1 on damage. And then that ends his turn, making it Typhoon's turn.
Lovely. Ow. Itch. Sorry, just a moment. Ow. So you said it's only 10 feet up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's well and truly
It's
within
within
range.
your 120 foot range. The other side of your field is probably within your range.
Yeah, I know. So let's just Typhoon is just gonna take a stance and then uncap the what is it called? Water skin, and then go elemental strike.
Hits.
And then elemental strike
Hits.
from a distance. And he doesn't have anything else to do. Oh, well, at least not that I can remember.
Yep.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Actually, no, I'm going to expend a key point to deal an additional D8 damage
Fair.
for each of those.
Yep.
Apparently, my headset is saying recharge headset.
Fun.
Let's see. So, you can take an extra 4 damage.
So 14, 18 more damage. Next makes it Raymond's turn.
And 10 foot in the air is out of my staff range, isn't
10
it?
foot in the air is within your staff range.
Oh, it is
If
within
I'm
my staff
allowing
range?
Rusty to hit it, you can hit it. Your staff is longer than his flail.
Look at that tail. Obviously, that tail touches the ground.
That gives me advantage, though, does it not?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Is there anything I could do in battle with my key points other than stunning strike?
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
And if somebody throws something at you, you can catch it and throw it back if you reduce the damage to 0.
Ah, okay. Well, 2 attacks and flurry of blows, because yeah.
So 4 attacks.
So before you make it,
Remember that you make stunning strike as you make your attacks, and that
Yeah, I'm not using stunning strike on this thing.
and that your unarmed strikes are with your flurry of blows is with unarmed strikes, not your Noibo.
Ouch.
Break your hand.
So
I whiff completely.
3 of those hit.
Alright, damage, damage, damage.
Not terrible.
29.
29.
And that's 1 key point gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Key points are long rest, aren't they?
Short rest.
Oh, even better.
Yes.
It's because you're supposed to
Cool.
burn through them.
Yeah.
Because there are some monk abilities later on in like the open hand stuff that burn like 10 key points just to use them once.
Yeah.
Ouch.
To be fair, that
Yeah.
one does like 10 d12 necrotic damage if you land it.
If they fail the save. I'm going
crap.
to bonus action use the Warden mark I have, which is Hunt Mark of the Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Free action, I'm going to say fire to Bennu. So after I finish my actions, it'll shoot a firebolt.
Yep.
I'm then going to go here and try and poke it.
Yep.
You got advantage.
Yeah, I know. I will try it with Bone Crusher against it.
Yep. So
Oof.
it needs to make a con save.
If I hit it.
You rolled a 20. You rolled a. Oh, you have to roll your attack now.
16
you
to hit.
Miss.
Damn. Would have been so much damage.
So that makes it Crystal's turn.
Did I manage to get spare the dying
You
off
got
before
spare the
initially
dying
shot?
off before. I'll count
Yeah.
that as like an immediate reaction to the first thing. So
Yeah.
he is stable.
I'm within 30 feet. I'm going to channel divinity. It has vulnerability. The next attacker hits it.
Yeah, fair.
And then that's really all I can do. Bonus action, I guess I could healing word. It's only me and Bailey a bit hit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the guy who brought you here.
Yeah, he can just stay down.
He's probably safer being unconscious there, honestly.
Yeah. And I guess I'll spread out a bit.
Fair.
That'll do for now.
Next makes it Prince's turn. So you've just
Lightning bolt.
you've just given it vulnerability.
Hold
Right.
on, I need to. I forgot to have Firebolt.
Yeah. Firebolt goes off before Mikey's turn.
It's alright.
Doesn't matter. It misses anyway.
It hit me anyway.
Yeah. Basically, it's a fire elemental. What do I give it? I give it the ability to shoot a firebolt more than 5 foot in front of it.
Yeah. Just quickly checking what spells he's got and what would be better for him to use.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, he just fires off another lightning bolt. I was checking what spells I'd given him at higher levels.
Yeah, what's his 5th level spell?
Cone of Cold.
Yeah.
Given you guys have chosen not to hit this thing with con, he's assuming the same.
Yeah.
Dex save. That is only a total of 15, so that's full damage. Slash R.
And vulnerability gives him
16 d6.
Yeah. Is it just double the result, or is it just twice as many dice?
It's double the result, so it's 8d6 doubled. 54 damage.
Why that-
Glorious.
That could have been so much better. Look at those rolls.
Yeah. Give me a second. I think it is more damage. Not much more, but it's a little bit more. Because Not that one. I have to double check if he's archetype feature triggers yet. Turn off basic wizard. No, it's 10th level. He gets the additional in the intelligence mod damage to spells. I remember if it was 9th, if it was the 6th feature or the 10th feature. No, he gets to add his intelligence mod. He gets to add his intelligence modifier to cantrips.
I've got that too. Except for wisdom.
That makes it its turn. It's very pissed. It's gonna roll a 4, so it doesn't get its fireball back.
Thank fuck.
So it's gonna just make a multi-attack against.
Still flying, or is it landed?
Still flying. We're gonna go with bite to Rusty, tail to Raymond.
Oh dear.
Against Rusty, that is a... What's its bonus to hit? A 20 to hit against Rusty, which does not hit his 22 AC. And a 24 to hit Raymond.
Yeah, that hits me.
Make a con save, please.
I don't like con saves.
You fail.
I kind of figured.
So you take 3d6 plus 5d6. 3d6 plus 4 piercing, 5d6 poison damage.
Am I gonna go unconscious again already?
You took no damage from the first hit, so you'd have to be completely dropped by this one.
Yeah, but still,
8d6
Yeah.
plus 4 shouldn't drop you.
$22. Fuck.
It's not too bad.
That's actually quite low for that roll.
Yeah, you're not rolling well.
No,
Yeah,
it also
that's,
it also does not poison you.
It doesn't poison me?
No, it does not give you the poison condition. Surprisingly,
Oh,
That is
good.
surprising.
Yeah.
and at that point, it's going to just roar and start trying to fly upwards. All 3 of you get attacks of opportunity.
Who's got Sentinel?
None of them.
Ah,
Pete,
Hit.
both your attacks land. And I'm going to tell you now, don't bother rolling.
No.
It had 2 hit points left.
So it beat its wings once, we hit it, and it just dropped.
Yes, but you hear another eminent roar from the distance,
Yeah, these things normally come in pairs.
approaching quickly.
Uh-oh.
You estimate you have maybe 6 seconds.
oh, that's it.
Alright, so we ain't getting away.
Maybe
I
6
would
seconds?
suggest stabbing this thing fast.
I'm gonna stab it with the dagger of death,
Yep. Schwunk.
and then do mass healing word as a bonus. I think it's a bonus.
And- I'm just gonna ram my staff into it as well. Because this thing needs to die.
Well, true, the dagger does that automatically.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that, though.
Oh, true.
Remember, I've only just joined the group.
Got that.
So it's kind of a good thing that I wasn't here for the last part of the, earlier.
Yeah, I've got the dagger of forever sleep.
Yeah, you die when you get stabbed by that.
1, 2,
Scroll,
3,
scroll.
4. I will. Well, has anyone?
No,
has anyone
'cause
not been?
You've taken actions, so you've mass heal word.
No, I'm saying like with my mass healing word. Has anyone not? Pete, you haven't taken damage, have you?
I haven't, no.
Pete
Oh,
hasn't. Rusty hasn't.
Oh, well, whoever
I-
hasn't taken damage, I'll skip that person and give one of the 8 healing to unconscious dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally only you and Bailey that have been.
And-
Bailey and Raymond have
Raymond.
been hit so far. So yeah, he's up on 8. Which I'm not even going to bother picking him up because As it flies in roaring, it fires a fireball,
Yep.
Oh yay.
I'm far enough away, hopefully.
which hits.
Because if not, I'm fucked.
Yeah, it's not shooting at you.
I'm guessing it's going to shoot the three people
It
around
basically
the
just
corpse of the
shoots
other
the
person.
3 people around the other one. Make deck saves.
That's these 3 over here, right?
Raymond,
Oh,
you
shit.
succeed. Rusty fails, and the other guy doesn't even get a save.
Yeah.
Because
He's prone.
one, he's prone. 2, even if he saves, he takes more damage.
Also, I realized I should have been there. I went too far.
Because this is a 13d6 fireball, so he takes a minimum 13 damage.
Random side question, James.
Fuck!
Oh,
Rusty eats all of that.
can he take it?
He was at full
Yes.
health. He's still over half health. That was about a third of his hit points. Yeah, Raymond, you never saw... You've not really seen Rusty fight. Rusty is a monster. I was not joking before when I said Rusty engaged Terminator mode when he was in the tournament.
You could theoretically
Yeah.
call him a rust monster.
So we're going to just use the initiative tracker from the Rathian for the Rathalos because it's come in on the same turn. For Mikey's reference, in canon, the green ones are always the girls, the red ones are always boys.
Oh, so you pulled a Rathalos?
Have you
Yeah.
not looked to the top left?
No, I didn't know it was over there. Yay. This will be fun.
That's also why it was more damage suddenly, Raymond, and a higher DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Queen of the Skies, King of the Skies is what they're called in the games. That makes it Rusty's turn, who's going to go, I can't hit that thing up on the cliff. Action to heal self. Where he's going to just use his Divine Healing to spend hit dice, where he can regain a number of hit dice up to his proficiency bonus, which is 3. He's going to spend 3 hit dice. Boop. 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 Which, because of his features, he gets more than all of those. Because he has Durable, which doubles it, and because of his Parapat of Wound Closure, I believe it was. That I gave him. Yeah, Parapat of Wound Closure means he can't roll less than his con mod. So he gets... because that's a 4... 3. So he gets 24, 48 hit points back. He's back at full health. Reset. Typhoon's turn. And
Glorious.
That's why Rusty basically lived through the entire of the fight without any aid from his teammates.
How
Alright
much
then.
water does Typhoon have left?
I'm gonna
He's
say
used 2 elemental attacks.
I'm gonna say you hit and you can pull most of it back as part of the same attack. So I'm not gonna make it a limited supply.
Oh, cool.
Because basically, I reckon you fling it out, it hits, and then as part of the pullback to basically roll up for the next attack, you pull like 95% of it back and then hit them again. So you're only losing very minor amounts.
Cool. So it's just for the big, like, maneuvers and stuff
The
that I've
big
got to do that I
maneuvers might be
need.
like, if you have like
Yeah.
for effectively like the spell Tidal Wave, for example, you're gonna need a lake for that. You can't do that over water to cancel.
I have one that requires 5 feet of ice, okay? A
Yeah.
5-foot cube of ice. I need more water for that.
Yeah.
So, what was that? Was 85 feet?
It's
80
within
feet to the
range.
closest point. How far up?
Well, it's a straight line for you, so up, up doesn't really matter.
Oh, good. Typhoon shall assume the stance once again, and
Because
he's going to
I'm not going to
use-
get into like it's 80 across by 40 up makes it 120 because of Pythagoras or whatever. I can't be bothered pulling out Trig right now.
I'm going to spend 4 key points, 2 for each attack, to add 2d8 for Piranha Burst. And let's hit this mofo.
Holy shit!
First one. And let's take the second one.
Stunning strike.
He can't stunning strike.
Yeah.
I'm a different type of person altogether.
So that is what? A second attack misses, I do believe.
Cool. Well, then the key points aren't expended because it only goes off on the hit.
Second one misses.
Cool.
So it takes what? 17.
29.
Yeah, 29.
Just watch as it shrapnels, and you can clearly see the red on the water the other side.
Monkey turn.
Right. Well, I did just get a bow because I can't get to that thing.
Yeah, convenient.
Yes, very.
Wait, can't you run up walls?
Oh wait, yeah. How high is it flying up on that cliff?
It is 20 feet above the cliff, which is about 20 feet up.
So even if I got to the top of the cliff, I couldn't hit that then.
I believe you
'Cause this-
can. Because
Oh?
don't you have Nimbus?
Do I? Hang on. I thought I didn't have that yet.
I don't remember. This is your character. I built it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, and last week I asked if I had that cloud yet, and you said no.
Oh, let me check.
I'm not seeing it in my inventory or any of my ability.
You probably don't have it then yet. Spire. No, Appendix B. Subclasses. Monk. Fighter. There we go. So monk.
Effectively, Mikey, as is stated, I need more water to
You have
do
Nimbus
stuff.
at level 6. You use your
Sweet.
bonus action to summon a cloud to ride upon. Until the beginning of your next turn, you have a fly speed equal to your movement speed. When you begin your turn, you can maintain the effect by spending a key point.
Yeah, know what? So I could get up to it and hit it with that
You
cloud.
can fly so long as you spend a key point per turn.
Alright, well, I guess I'm flying in front of it because 45 only gets me to in front of it.
Uh-huh.
And
Monkey flies up to dragon. Let's see how this goes.
badly.
Yeah, Raymond's
Oh,
gonna be rolling a new character.
Yeah, neither of those hit.
You can't unarmed strike.
Oh wait, yeah, the summon was a fucking.
Was a
Ignore
bonus
those then.
action. Yeah, you can unarmed strike next turn, I believe.
Alright, well, that. This is gonna hurt. Well, I'm just going to preemptively drop a key point because I don't want to fall out of the sky.
Yeah, so you spend.
I mean,
and yeah,
you may not have a choice.
It's not
True.
a bonus action to maintain it. It's also not a concentration spell. So long as you stay standing.
I'm good. And I also completely whiffed, so he's hopefully not mad at me.
Next is Epsilon's turn.
You went up and you waved a fucking stick at
Somebody make him mad at them.
it.
Again, free action, point, give shoot command.
Uh-huh. Is it within range?
120 feet, firebolt.
Fair.
I picked the only fire spell that has like decent range for the fire elemental. I'm going to go there. Do I waste the ability? Is the question. I was gonna say no. I'll save that.
I'd like to point out, Mike, you've actually fought this exact combo before.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, long enough ago, Anna was still in the campaign.
Yeah, a long time ago.
That's when I played. I think it was the Devil,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I didn't participate in the fight.
Oh, that's right. You.
Just sat there waiting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm gonna try shoot it twice. 'Cause that's all I can do. Though I do have an ally within 5 feet of it. Nope, sorry, wrong one. That one. That's a miss. And that's a miss. Fuck.
Yeah, so both of it miss, and so the line attack that still goes off, yeah?
No, that's some misclick.
Oh, you misclicked. Cool, yeah, both of those whiff. Crystal's turn.
Shit.
Hold on.
I probably can't even see it from where I
No,
am.
you can't.
There's a 22 hit
Yes.
for the firebolt. Whopping
Yes.
12 damage.
Ooh, whoop, nothing.
Fire damage, yeah. Fuck all.
Yeah, no,
No, not even fuck all. It just hits, and the thing doesn't even flinch.
Yeah.
It has fire immunity.
Yeah.
Fuck. There's no
Yeah.
way it's gonna fail a con save.
You don't even know what's here. You just know another thing flew in and blew up one of your friends with a fireball. Because
And that we're all facing that way,
you have
yeah.
full cover.
Do I do banishment?
Can you banish something that big?
I'll see why not. Hang on, let me
He
read
can.
it.
There's no size restrictions.
Yeah, one creature within 60 feet.
The thing is, it comes back in a minute regardless because this thing's native to this plane.
Yeah.
Banish works well when things are from the other plane because they go bye-bye and they don't come back.
Yeah. Worked on the fire giant.
Worked on the fire giant. It worked on Burai because it removed Burai for the entirety of the fight until he was alone.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then he just got wombo comboed into the ground.
No, because he was gone when we killed everyone else, and he was just counted as disqualified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say here, is it within 30 feet of me? In a straight line?
No. Because it's 40 feet up.
Yeah. Well, I'll move
So
to
the
there.
fact that it's 40 feet up means it's not within 30 feet
Yeah,
of
no,
you.
it's not within 30 feet of me.
You could be directly beneath it and it's not within 30 feet of you.
Raymond's headset's gone. My headset's on its way out, too.
This fight shouldn't be much longer.
This one's just on a hit, so let's go for broke.
That hits. It needs to make a con save. It fails that con save.
Oh wow.
Actually, 17.
Oh no, it doesn't get a save until its turn.
Fair. Well, I will record this save regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fails the con save.
Also, yeah, on its turn, it fails a con save.
Yeah.
But that's all I can really do.
So what? It only deals half damage with weapon attacks using strength. Fair. That makes it Mr. Unconscious Guy. It makes it Prince's turn. Who's gonna go? Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? 5. And go. I can't reach that.
Magic missile.
No.
Typhoon's
Lightning bolt
range.
again.
Yeah, he's gonna fling lightning bolt for the third time.
It's 100-foot range. What else has got 100-foot range?
Oh. No, he's not going to use lightning bolt because I just realized something. Raymond's in line of sight from where he is.
Yeah, nah.
I had the sheet up open over Raymond's shit character.
I mean, he could do it in, like, that direction.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, so he will fling lightning bolt then. Dexterity saving throw. Well, come on, stay on the damn table.
It's like,
Thank you.
no.
That is a natural 2.
The almighty Typhoon, the only person who hasn't had to move because he can reach it from wherever the entire fight.
I could have reached it, I just couldn't see it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Prince basically could basically barely see it and wanted to get a better line of sight because shooting from where he was, you were in line of sight from the lightning bolt. Slash or
Takes full damage.
D6. Another 22 damage. Which I think is right on average. Next, it's its turn. Yeah, so we're gonna roll a d6 and see if it gets its fireball back. Which that's a 3. So it's gonna go, monkey in front of it is in problems.
Yeah.
Multi-attack. So it's going to make a talons and a wing attack because it doesn't use a tail attack. Wing attack.
Oh, wing attack while flying.
Yeah, it just batters it. Wing attack for Zos is a 20 to hit. And the talons for 26 to hit.
Well, Raymond's got no headset.
And now we see the expletives come in chat.
Yep.
Maybe he's even watching.
Yeah. Well, I know for a fact he doesn't have 20 AC.
I assume he doesn't have a shield-esque power to make himself a higher AC.
And I haven't been within 5 feet of anyone to be able to try and divert a melee attack.
Oh, you got an interceptor as well.
See, if he
I can spend a key point into it.
If he's can hear us or is reading chat, I should get a con save from him.
Yeah, there it is.
Let me check if that succeeds.
Oh god.
Yes, that does succeed.
Oh, thank God.
I was gonna say, that'd be fucking amazing if it didn't. Does that have poison as well?
Yes.
Yeah. The females in canon typically has the stronger one, though.
So the female has a poison tail and the male has...
poison claws, yeah.
Yeah. And it's bigger. I can't believe it doesn't have a tail attack with that fucking mace on its tail.
In game it does.
Yeah.
But they didn't give it in this for the sake of giving it the way they. The Rathian in the game doesn't hit with its wings. The Rathian will, but it'll also do like a somersault and slap you with its tail.
Oh yeah, no, they literally just pimp slap you by doing a somersault in midair. It launches you a good decent 15 feet.
Yeah.
So.
I remember it's half damage from the talons. Assuming they use strength.
Yes, it's half damage from all of it, actually. So /R 66 plus its modifiers 10. 7d6 halved. So he got away with only taking 23 damage.
Not bad.
Not bad considering
That's how
that
much I was
four-
left on.
Not
Forget
bad
about
considering
first
that was
fireball.
45.
Yeah.
It's still fine.
That makes it Rusty's turn. Yeah, because it's going to stay where it is because, like, flying away from Raymond won't do it any good currently. And, like, the rest of you are attacking it from range, so... 6. Does Rusty have any ranged attacks? I don't think he does.
Throw a wizard.
I have a single ranged maneuver.
Just need to go and check one of his spells, which apparently I didn't put on the sheet last week. Not that one.
See, because most things we're doing are saves, it's a bit harder. We need to let it land so we can actually attack it.
See, let it land, make it land. He's going to cast Pillar of Salt because that's the only range attack he has.
I can imagine if he turns that thing into a pillar of salt.
It's a con save, which it makes with a 21. And it takes half. It takes half of 7d6. I believe that is his only. I'm going to double check that to make sure if that was his only 3rd level spell or not. If he's even capable of. He's cast it before, so I believe he can cast it at levels. I just don't know how many he's supposed to. How many he has. Yeah, so he can cast 3rd levels. He has 9 spells uses, so that just cost him 20 hit points. Yeah, it cost him 20 hit points to cast that. For /R7d6. It takes 9 necrotic damage. Typhoon's turn.
Cool, sweet. Assume the stance. Prepare to beat a motherfucker with some mortar in the middle of a desert because that makes so much logical sense.
Drown him!
We're only
Drown
gonna
him!
only gonna do 1 key point per attack this time. Let's. Nope, that definitely doesn't count. That hits.
Miss, hit, 9 damage. He's moved up. Hit. 11, 22 damage. That's like could be like damn near max damage for him. 6, so it's 2 off max. You could do 13. Epsilon's turn.
Cool. As I move forward, I'm going to call back to Bennu, hold fire. Going to go to there. I'm going to Warden mark the new one as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then since I... Do I do that? It's a con save. Yeah, no, I'll do the other option. I'm going to spend an action to trigger my belt again.
Yep, which does what?
Up to 5 friendly creatures of my choice within 60 feet have advantage against their for their next turn.
Yep.
So yeah,
Christoph,
everyone.
go. Constitution save against Blight.
Fuck it up.
Con save...
17.
No. It makes it.
So that is half, I think.
Yeah, it's half.
Half as much as yes, 20 damage.
Still, not bad.
That's all I can do.
Next makes it Prince's turn.
Something with an attack roll. You have advantage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I thought about it. But I'm holding concentration, I think, on Ray of whatever.
See, if he wants to make a direct attack roll, he's, I think, casting a cantrip. Everything else is saves. Everything else is saves or auto hits.
Well, I kind of mainly did it for the monk in its face and the waterbender behind us.
I could have fired my crossbow at it.
He's just going to wing a 4th level lightning bolt at it.
If it ain't broke.
Well, the only other attack he's got is Cone of Cold, which that is a dex save, which we don't know how good this thing is. And even though he can avoid hitting Raymond for it, it's also dubious whether or not it's within range, because it's a 60 foot from where he is, and he's 40 foot by 40 foot, which means he's probably like 70 foot away from it. It's within lightning bolt range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Everything's in lightning
It rolled
bolt.
a nat 1.
Nice. Oh, what's that? 9d6 or 10d6?
9d6.
No.
$37. Plus 37. Makes it its turn.
Does it make the con save at the start or end of its turn?
And I do believe it said.
You scroll up.
It rolled a 6, by the way.
At the end of each of the target's turns, it can make a Constitution saving.
It rolled a 6, so it doesn't care. It's gonna use Fireball.
Oh, fuck.
Right here.
Oh, good.
How big is it?
Fireball is a
20 radius.
10-foot blast.
It hits all 4 of us.
does, barely.
Dexterity saving throws.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Peter is the only one who saves.
And I take no damage from it.
I want to go back to my safety cliff.
13d6 fire damage.
Fuck, I'm so dead.
And it's not a spell, so Prince can't counterspell it. Crunch.
Ouch.
Yeah, I've got 11 hit points left.
Rusty still has
Ugh.
nearly 60.
I was gonna say, can I use intercept to protect Prince?
It does not work on AoE attacks.
It isn't intercept against melee attacks.
It is.
No, it just says an attack.
This is
Okay.
not attack. This is a save. Prince is still
Damn.
up. He's on 18 hit points.
Fuck.
That makes it Rusty's turn.
Did it make a con save?
It
It rolled a 7.
No. So it's still making half damage with its.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And
What's he gonna do from there?
he's just going to reach into his side pocket. He's going to pull out a throwing hammer, and he's going to yeet 2 throwing hammers with disadvantage.
he has advantage because of the belt, so it's a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Straight roll. That's not throwing hammer, it's a light hammer. He has them listed in his inventory, but I didn't give him attacks because when's he going to use them?
Now.
This is why I said we need ranged.
You have. Typhoon's been hitting it.
Yeah, I know, and you have advantage on your next round as well. Because that belt lasts until the end of my.
If it survives these 2 hammers.
Let me just check his torment. Does torment have to be on a melee hit? Melee.
Well, technically, it's a physical. It's a melee weapon. It's just
It's
casually flying through the air with no hand.
It's technically a ranged melee attack, as I think our thrown weapon would. You can't smite on a thrown weapon. You can't torment on a thrown weapon. Wing, miss. Wing, hit. Just pockets. Fucking ball peen hammer. Ball peen hammer. Thwang, 9 damage. And guess what?
That
Knocks
tops
it out,
it.
yeah. Oh, fuck.
Finally.
It had 1 left after the lightning bolt.
Ah.
It crumples to there.
Yeah, Rusty makes a dex save.
Yes, actually, because because it is falling towards him. And he manages to get out of the way.
I was gonna say.
It automatically takes a failed death save from falling body 60 feet.
And I stab it with a dagger of forever sleep.
Slunk, and it's down.
Cool. Do you want to save the guy that's next door to us that's probably dead already? He's not.
He needs to make a death save.
Then I get to within 30 feet of him and do spare the dying.
Let me check if he's on fire first, because he rolled a nat 1.
Oh, God.
Ooh, okay. Yes, computer, I'll deal with that in a minute. It's just told me I'm running low on storage space.
Oh, no, it couldn't be these
unattended
videos.
shit is on fire, so he's on fire because he's technically unattended. So he did.
But I don't know if a creature can be an unattended object.
Yeah,
His clothes are unattended.
yeah, pretty much.
They're on him.
I'm going to rule he dead.
Oh well, go
Because-
revivify the boss.
Yeah, I mean, I could.
I was gonna say I'll do some carves on these things.
Yeah,
Fuck, now how do the carving rules work again?
I will check those in a second. I'm
Like
going to rule
Safari.
he's dead because like there was also some kafuckery about whether or not he was at full health. He's technically taken like 2 massive damage thresholds as well.
Yeah.
He's lost a limb and an eye.
Yeah, he's
Let's
kerfucked.
say he's missing an ear too.
He's kerfucked.
He's fucked.
Let me just double check how much hard drive space I have. I just realized that like my recording actually goes straight to it goes to my C drive, which has fuck all space on it. So I have to go move all the recordings because that just records to the basic like videos folder.
Yeah.
Should be fine because it's only like 100 megs or something. I've just pushed under a gig left of hard drive.
I assume that's all we're gonna get done tonight.
I'm literally just going to do the carves quickly, and that's it. Which is effectively just looting things.
Yes,
Carving. There are two. Carving your kills is one of two ways to obtain materials from the hunt. Make a dexterity survival check against the creature's carve DC. On the success, roll a d20 compared to the results on the loot table. Okay, and then let me just double check. Let me go to the actual creatures and find out how many carves there are.
I will provide help.
So there is 3 carves on each. So who are you carving first?
I was going to say, do you guys want me to do all of them?
Who's got the highest survival?
So, yeah,
I have a 10.
So it's challenge
Plus 10 to your survival.
Yeah.
challenge rating 10 and challenge rating 8.
I have a 5.
Let me double check the DCs.
I have a 6.
Well, I don't think anyone's gonna beat a 10.
No.
So
Pete specifically
will-
set up to do this.
Yeah.
So
I will use the aid action.
it is 10 plus half creature's CR rounded down, so it is a 14. It is a 14 for the Rathian, and a 15 for the Rathalos, just for reference.
Aiding gives you advantage or a plus? I can't remember.
Advantage.
Advantage.
So which one are you carving first?
The green one first.
Rathian. So yep. All 3 cards go through. So for the sake of it, Bailey, Mikey, Pete, all roll me a d20.
D13.
Ah!
So
I got a low roll.
what did you all get?
13.
17.
6.
With a 6, you got a Rathian Carapace, Bailey. When slotted to armor, gives advantage on checks to attempt to identify poisons. That is literally all it does. And the other 2 of you got Wing Talons.
Ooh, nice. I think.
Which, when attuned to armor, gives... you can use the action to cast the haste spell once per day. You can only target yourself, and you gain 2 levels of exhaustion when it ends.
Oh, damn.
Or you can put it into a weapon. A ring manifests on one of your fingers. While wearing it, you can use an action to fire a wooden dart from it within 20 feet. On a hit, it takes 1 point of piercing damage and then makes a saving throw versus poison.
So it was 2 wing talons
2
and
wing talons and a carapace. And then I need saves. And then I need checks for the actual Rathalos.
You can have my wing talon, Peter.
So all 3
Thank
of
you.
those, all 3 of
Didn't
those succeed
Peter just
as
carve
well.
it all anyway?
He
Oh,
has
yeah.
the Rathian. No, he's just covered. Well, Pete's doing the cards, but you're all dividing it. So 14.
Yeah.
Bailey, Pete, 13, and 19.
19.
19 is a plate. That's one of the good ones. And 13, 14 are both tails. One of you can roll again, because there's only one tail.
I'll do it. 20.
Nat 20. Fuck.
Fucking Ruby, of course. To point out, in the game, the Ruby is like a 5% drop chance.
And then the plate that I've got is only just a slightly bit more higher drop chance than that.
So, Pete, you got the tail, which is an other material. The tail is an upgrade material, so that's going to be useful for upgrading your gun.
Yeah.
It can also be used as a weapon material, allowing you to make a wisdom saving throw. When you hit a creature, they must make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened for a minute. If they succeed, they're immune for 24 hours. The ruby is on an armor, immunity to fire damage.
Oh,
On a weapon,
nice.
your weapon deals a d8 fire damage. The plate is resistance to fire damage, or increases critical range of a weapon by 1.
Oh, that's nice. I think I might keep my ruby.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
fucking
going to hold on to
surprised.
this plate. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'll figure something
Yeah,
out.
so just put those in chat and then we'll end the session.
Wrath.
I'm definitely getting that put in my hour. Because I'm sick of being hit by fireball.
Yeah. For reference, Prince actually could have fireballed it because he has elemental adept, so he makes immunity resistance, but it would have taken half damage. But he's like,
Shit,
lightning bolt away!
I got the Raytheon what piece?
Carapace.
So you got the carapace.
It was a Raytheon Carapace and two Wing Talons,
Yeah.
and then a Rathalos, Ruby, Plate, and Tail.
Tail.
And the Tail, I believe, counts as a rare upgrade material, so that'll allow you to get your gun lance to a +2.
Yeah.
Plus.
So will we have to take them to like an artificer or whatever?
Probably, or a Hunter's Guild.
To slot into the armors, I can do that. To upgrade the weapon, we'll need a Hunter's Guild.
Well, my
You'll
headset,
need a guild, Mom.
Yep.
my headset is about to die, so
Yep.
I might jump off.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to stop the recording there anyway.
I will talk to you all whenever.
Yep.